Chapter 2, Another Win for Freedom, 5th of March 2021. And because of the disclaimer regarding fictional content, Mary Shang didn't break any laws when she drew a sad bear looking at an empty honey jar. Eileen Liu finished her statement and corrected her glasses. She wore the glasses because she knew that the judge on the case, Feng Wu, liked goofy women. Eileen looked at Feng and gave him a pretense of innocent look, knowing that she had him in her back pocket. Feng Wu cleared his throat and spoke. "You raise some valid points, Miss Liu. I will drop this case if Miss Shang apologizes to Chairman Shi for the resemblance between the sad bear and our supreme leader. Please don't make a scene," Eileen thought as she leaned over to her client and whispered in Mary Shang's ear. "Please take the plea bargain. I have done everything I can to save you." Feng Wu. Don't whisper to your client. Everyone deserves to hear the advice you are giving your client. Eileen. I am sorry for my insolence, Magistrate Wu. I merely recommended my client to accept your gracious offer. Feng Wu. But if that is the case, how can we be sure the client shows remorse for her thoughtlessness? Mary Shang interjected. Please, Magistrate Wu. I want to let the Chinese people know how sorry I am. Feng smirked at Mary and replied. Good. How fortunate we have a camera crew filming the proceedings. Read these lines. We will record until you get it right. I want to see heartfelt remorse in the video. I don't want to see a woman lying to save her life. Can you do that? Mary nodded, and one of Feng's aides handed Mary a note. Mary read the letter a few times, and she started crying. Mary. I am ready to film. Clap clap. Feng clapped his hands and taunted. Excellent. Get ready, team. Let's produce a new masterpiece. An AV crew entered the room and rigged a video shoot. A few minutes later, Mary was ready to confess. Mary looked into the camera with her teary eyes and spoke. I want to say sorry to all the people of China who I offended with my talentless drawing. Being a true patriot, I cannot stop thinking about Chairman Shi, which influenced my picture. The empty jar symbolizes how poor China was before our Savior lifted our people out of poverty. I am genuinely grateful for how merciful the court has been towards an old woman like me. Feng. Cut. Such terrible acting. But I cannot back down on my word. Get out of here, you wretched cow. Dismissed. Eileen acted decisively and pulled Mary out of the room to avoid a confrontation. When they were outside of the courthouse, Mary shouted at Eileen. You destroyed my legacy, Eileen. I should have stood firm and taken my unjust punishment. Instead, I looked like a sniveling coward, praising Jing Shi and this travesty of a court. I'd rather spend some time in prison, but you stopped me. Why? Eileen. I saved your life. While the court sentence wouldn't have killed you, you would have had an accident within the following year. As is customary for people who angered Jing Shi. Faking an apology was the only way to save you. Mary Shang calmed down and covered her face with her hands. After a while, she spoke. You're right, Eileen. Thank you for saving my life. Eileen smiled and replied. That's my job. As your lawyer, I am here for you. Mary. You were the only one. Of the millions that saw and liked my drawing on WeChat, you were the only one who protected me when things got tough. Eileen. Unfortunately, that is human nature, and why Chairman Shi can continue his tyranny. What are your plans now? Mary. I'll go home to Zhuan. I'll delete my online presence and spend my last years nursing my grandchildren. Eileen. Best of luck to you. I'll come to visit you. Zhuan is beautiful in spring. Mary. Don't worry about this old hag. Focus on yourself, Eileen. Find a rich, handsome man and raise a happy family. Eileen didn't reply as Mary entered a cab that took her to the train station. Eileen went home and poured herself some herbal tea. She felt empty. While she had won because she had saved her client, she had destroyed Mary's sense of pride and bowed to the tyrant Jing Shi. Most of all, she felt shame. Like everyone else, she loathed and feared the dictator. Yet, she did nothing and instructed her clients to bow to the tyranny. Eileen wished her time for bravery would come, but now she could only focus on her life and finding her Prince Charming.